Hi friends, welcome back to Frosty Eye Candy. So again, I cannot show you the finished dried and resined results because this one is a birthday present for someone very special and inspirational to me, a good friend. It's Lisa Marvin. It was her birthday on Sunday and this piece was for her, as she was so kind and surprised me completely out of the blue with a picture for my birthday last year. So, can't show you, I'm afraid, but you're going to see how we made it, and these are the colours we made it with. The favourite at the moment, Rust-Oleum. Yes, I managed to leave it alone for the last video, but this one is the Gold Mine. Fantastic gold, heavily pigmented, opaque paint, and this is going down first. And next, it's the Piggy lineup. This one here, it's called Supernova. It's absolutely amazing. This beautiful kind of, in the jar, it looks very pink with the blue flash. And it comes out on a white background to me with my man eyes, how I see colour. It comes out to a lovely kind of salmony colour with this beautiful iridescent blue flash to it. So that's going down next on top of the Gold Mine. Then another new one for me. This is This Little Piggy, and this one is called, there we go, Sequins. It's an interference, I want to say violet. It's this beautiful, beautiful reddy violet shade. And again, really is going to be dynamic in the pour. And then the last colour, I know, only 4 again. It's quite crazy when you go minimal, you really get some great results. But the last one I'm going to put down, and this one is Athena. Beautiful, beautiful new TLP Piggy. It's a gorgeous dusty rose, pinky kind of colour with this gorgeous iridescent gold flash. It's not hard for the camera to pick this one up, but that's going down last. Well, that's going down last, that's the last pigment, but so we're not putting cell activator directly on top of pigment. You can do that, but it sinks really fast and it can be prone to warping and your cells not holding their nice structure. So to combat that, what we're going to do is use a famous Lisa Marvin trick of putting just a little bit down of the acrylic, Amsterdam standard acrylics, the titanium white, which is an opaque right there. It just gives the cell activator something to sit on and something to bite on, and it doesn't sink quite so quickly through that. Okay, my friends, that's it. I'm going to zip it. I'm going to get the camera pointing down, and we're going to start painting, okay? Okay then, my friends, first thing I should say is we're working on a 13-inch canvas here. We're also going fairly minimal, and you will find this by watching and seeing how little paint I actually put down for this modified swipe. So that colour we just put down there, that's the Rust-Oleum Gold Mine. And now we're putting down the TLP, and this one is the Supernova. It looks very pink here, but I can assure you, when it dries, I certainly see a more salmon than a pink, but it does have this tremendous blue flash to it, which is just fantastic. So this one we're putting down here, this is Sequins from TLP, it's the interference. I'm going to say kind of light violet colour. It's really, really beautiful. And as you've noticed, friends, I've got the added lines either side of my swipe for our modification later. I can honestly say I haven't seen this done anywhere. I mean, I haven't certainly watched all of the videos on the internet, but I have not seen anybody add these extra lines like I'm just doing now with the TLP, with Athena, for modification afterwards. So I like to call it and indulge myself and call it the Frosty style. So that's our 4 colours, friends. And now this is just the little drizzling of the Amsterdam titanium white, the tube paint, just to give the cell activator something to sit on, and hopefully it won't sink too quickly through all of those pigments we've just put down. Just giving the cell activator a good stir up first before we use it. And just leaving a nice line right down the middle of our colours for the blowout. And apologies, I did say swipe earlier. No, we're going to blow it out and do a bloom vine here. And as I said, this is for one of my bloom heroes as such. Fantastic lady and incredibly inspirational artist, Lisa Marvin. This was for her birthday, which was last Sunday. So excuse the back of my head occasionally while I blow the vines out a little. And also please excuse the poor lighting. My light ring died on me and I ordered a new one from the dreaded Amazon. And even though it was prime and supposed to be here the next day, it came from the other side of America and took 2 weeks. Anyway, but yeah, apologies for the shadows that I'm casting over the piece while I'm working on it. And in we go for some modification. So as you see, my friends, it's just a nice, slow, methodical, rhythmical movement of the hand to make these Frosty style modifications to your bloom vine or your swipe. That's my cat. He's come to say hello. Hi, buddy. Anyway, so again, as you can see, I'm really just doing... He's really just climbing all over my phone now. This is great. I'm really just linking the modifications up a little bit here so they kind of move a little more smoothly with the lines of the bloom vine that I've just done. I also love just grabbing little points like this and pulling them out. Now he's kicked the phone off. Okay, now I'm doing the final. My cat's now nicely comfy on the pillow. I had the phone on recording this. I'm just doing the last bits of blowing out modifications to the bloom vine. And we're going to get on with doing some spinning out, and you'll see how this piece grows really nicely, but it still retains its minimal kind of appeal, or for me anyway. Last couple of little minor just blows, just to add a little more detail and movement to the bloom vine, and just checking to make sure it's all in the middle and nicely moving as one before we give it a spin. Apologies as well, the round cradle wasn't quite in the middle of the board, so it's spinning just slightly off center, and I do find it a little bit odd to look at. It's like a flat wheel. But there we go. We can see how the piece grew nicely with that first spin, my friend. And not too quickly, not too slow, just a nice, decent spin at a decent speed, and then just let it spin for a while so the paint can meet the edge of the cradle and flow down nicely. So we're going in now for the anti-clockwise spin. Again, you can see the piece growing nicely, leaving the spinning in real time, friends, so you can see how fast and how long I spin for. And in we go for a nice close-up. Wow. Wow. I'm very fortunate to be able to create art like this. So there you go, my friends, there's a beautiful close-up, and you can see those interference piggies just singing when the light hits them there. So beautiful. And then we go for the other side, my friends. You can see the sequins and the supernova and Athena just working beautifully there to give us great effect. Okay then, my friends, so thank you very much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe and support us. And happy pouring.